entered the and I think say was shaky tables, And recently say you qualified to the Mexico, USA, Canada. No, a lot of people are coming in. Say we will need quality players to advance us, and I said to enrich our squad quality a bit into the World Cup. The crew woman say we a national team that's a World Cup. World Cup competition. A world-class competition. In fact, Adam Metina Haka said, uko into an entertainment site, will be an actor. The biggest dream of a person when you are saying Obibakwaji Award in the Oscars, because Oscars is regarded as one of the biggest award ceremony in the movie industry. Sounds no musician now. The biggest dream, this will be the Grammy. Because in the music industry, the Grammy is being classified as one of the top level award ceremony in the music industry. Therefore, in the World Cup and also in sports, the biggest competition, being it UEFA Champions League, being it Nations League, being it Euros, AFCON, anything, Copa America, the World Cup is the biggest competition that you have. Into maybe or perform and also within the World Cup squad, and he try as much as possible to make sure that Obenya squad quality and squad in-depth. The first 11 will be quality people who meet me about the national team. And then the substitution also will be an in-depth. So some will be the Nabema. He will just have an equal quality on the field right from the substitution. And that's why I think Ghana going into the World Cup will need. You go 2006 World Cup me that time, na me follow Ghana football at that time. I didn't see Alex Techimensa playing in the World Cup qualifying games. But then we saw Alex Techimensa not starting no body mass in Galen. In that season, 2005-2006 season, Monko checking the start of the mass in Galen. He scored close to about 35 goals in 31 matches that he played for St. Gallen. And equally most of the strikers he had call into the World Cup. Matthew Amoa Asamoah at that time. Not on level in terms of goal scoring. Not in Alex Techimensa. He didn't call World Cup. See Asamoah Gyan didn't frame. See Matthew Amoa didn't frame. That's Alex Techimensa Ebema. He equals that same quality here in attacking front. Talk about Otuado at that time. We didn't see him playing much of the World Cup qualifying games, but then he went into the 2006 World Cup. The same thing in 2010. We saw a lot of quality in 2010. Enrich your squad, Emma Ghana Black Stars team first ever in the quarterfinals after Cameroon, Senegal. It may equal that kind of record. We went in to have that record Ghana at that time at the World Cup in South Africa. Nina squad quality. Nina fast enrich your squad Ghana at that particular material moment in time. Then 2014 World Cup. We saw a lot of people who did not play, but then they were given the opportunity to play at the World Cup at this particular material moment in time. Makawa Mekan says we will need experience. We will need quality players able to mix it up with your already made national team players, which can help us to perform very well at the World Cup. But the extent of Josh Echampong, how many European players need Yomoba? How many of them in a team work consistently for Ghana Black Stars? And how many of them made a sacrifice, a commit to themselves to a national team? So we'll rank with 100%. Close to about 40%. That rank our form. Yen checking the number of European players who are going to a national team. I am woman free baby Jomobaya or mean to me and living up to expectation in the last 10 years. The only player will live it up with his commitment, with his passion, with his patriotism has been two players and the crampono if you the Pele Ebusium, the DIABY and Jordan Ayew. Yahu Mukroma, you call France. Or Montetirum be Dominia of France. It got a moment in time, Jordan Ayew had a call up. And go be a call up to the France national team. The DIABY at any moment in time in 23rd World Cup. Senkawama Ghana Black Stars and the DIABY would have had a call up to the France national team. All about the Ghana Black Stars, they've had consistent performance and they've sacrificed so much for our Ghana Black Stars apart from these two players. Players bang in a dioma bar or meet me ayeniema. Sometimes yana mean for because they were not born here. They don't understand our culture and our tradition. And sometimes if a phone penny phone been any more in our national team no costume. I mean, story being Jeffrey Schlupp story. There is a boy, you have frustrated no in so many times. Jeffrey is a fine player. Check a time of what the man Ghana Black Stars and Akwesi happy and the first time. Now check a coin fast with Gini Free a brand near AFCON. Near even World Cup, a sounds with Gini Free. It got a moment in time, said Jeffrey Schlupp. Yeah, man, Jeffrey Schlupp call up to a national team. That's your man ticket to fly from UK to Ghana. Near man fake tickets. Jeffrey Schlupp could now Heathrow Airport and take it and no names or day banner or more cross check here. Now Brent look at fake ticket. He was embarrassed. Although no one is a plane ticket from Heathrow Airport, UK, ABOU Ghana. ABOU Ghana, the necessary, logistics, I was say back airport, he was stranded. Now was say Jeffrey Schlupp, Nanka said, these, errand cars, our airports, nobody they call into the hotel. She the kind of embarrassment that Jeffrey Schlupp FM. So because I'm in Zambia, Ghana national team FM penny for any other people, they treating most of these players in Kawaha. But sometimes, for two or more, the European players near the buying into a national team, no, they don't understand our culture. They don't understand our tradition. Yen mom they will say educate two or more. No more to be bringing in the gap with our culture and for them to understand us and make sure they will put up a consistent performance for our national team. But for me to say just a champion is better than all of our center backs, me panicho. But me making the correction, no. It's not all of our center backs. Be Alexander Jiku Dinesiwo. Just a champion is not better than Alexander Jiku. Jiku Ejina Chelsea Honoma. He can command the starting 11. He can play for Chelsea Football Club or make Honoma. Now towards another review, just a champion. He's a fine player. Not too waste about that. But I will check your back line away, show him carried as a speaker. ABOU. Nipa on a call pet, ordinary call guys a pair to pair. Because ABOU and money bond be frost word a channel will be maybe Salisu away children. But then Alexander Jiku, let me correct the former Minister of Sports, said it is not true. Alexander Jiku is better than just a champion. But then his experience will be needed. His experience will add up to the quality squad they bring your Modioma going to the World Cup. This time around, MOBM play emotional card because World Cup it is solely about Ghanaians players playing in abroad. They qualify to represent our national team. And representing our national team talks about performances. At the end of it all, so just a champion, Chelsea. Now so obo consistent week in week out and net Champions League against Ajax no ojide mabo. Now so more good start performance and you will Ghana national team crap reference or the World Cup at the end of the season or the Chelsea even the Premiership just 2 titles England national team be calling even ahead of Ghana national team.
Yeah, issue of board and they are Miss Evelyn in Siasa. So who is them